Peace, everyone. How you doing? Welcome to the podcast. We got something we got to deal with here today. So therefore, we're gonna deal with it. You won't see it. You will hear it. So let's get on with the getting on. Law-abiding citizen versus civilian breakdown. Knowing the difference. I see I need a moment of clarity, so we done read the title. Let's get to breaking it down.
A law-abiding citizen is an individual who strictly adheres to, respects, and obeys the laws, rules, and regulations of their community, state, or nation. They typically avoid criminal behavior, pay taxes, and respect the rights of others, ensuring they do not break the law.
So you see what a law-abiding citizen is, right?
A citizen is a legally recognized member of a state with associated rights, responsibilities, and protections. A civilian is a person who is not a member of the armed forces, non-military person, non-combatant, ordinary citizen, private citizen.
So we got law-abiding citizen, and civilian. Let's see why we needed to deal with this because people want to play with semantics.
Khalil Amani 100 stalks Israel doctrine so much that he always gets caught in the exchanges self-incriminating in his responses, letting us all know that he is currently still working with and what he calls a part of the US government. I recently did a show where I had the computer read about Khalil Amani 100 as my response to videos of his constant stalking of my platform. Anyone who has been watching can see that he has been stalking me on YouTube based off the very simple fact that he is now on his third or fourth channel after having numerous of his previous channels terminated, with his first channel taken for cyberbullying Michael Edwards. During my response video, the computer read that Khalil Amani 100 was not a citizen at the time of him snitching on his former cult leader Yahya Ben Yahya.
Was he a citizen? A law-abiding citizen? Civilian? Wordplay. But when you get in court, you got to deal with the wordplay. So fix the wordplay before we go to court.
To give you all some clarity, the term left out of the video by the computer relating to Khalil Amani being a rat and a snitch in the 1980s was the term that he was not a law-abiding citizen. What I was explaining to the audience who watches my platform is that in 1980s, when Khalil Amani took down Yahya Ben Yahya, he later admitted that he was doing criminal activity involving drug trafficking illegal narcotics from Florida to Washington, D.C., and that he also admitted to partaking in the armed robbery of an establishment.
Did he do that or did he not do that? Do we got the balls to take me to court? I like my record in court. Been to court one time, won that one time. So let's try for two.
The overall point of my video was to show you all that he disqualified himself the ability to claim that he was a law-abiding citizen or that he was a mere civilian, when in fact he has turned from a self-confessed criminal into enemy combatant of the United States. Why do I claim that Khalil Amani is a criminal turned enemy combatant? I say that because he failed to report the actual criminal activities of Hassan Campbell and took a bribe from Sabir Bey to stop speaking about Afrika Bambaataa and the allegations of an international child sex trafficking ring for a movie deal about his cult story.
Criminal, steady doing criminal activity because the government let him off. They didn't spank him when he was out here muling and robbing folks. They let him off because he told on Yahweh ben Yahweh. So he tends to do what a criminal do.
Do not allow Khalil Amani to fool you all about what he is involved with relating to Afrika Bambatawa, DJ K-Slay, Hassan Campbell, Ronald Savage, Star Troy Torain, Layla Wills, Dave Wedge, Ed Opperman, Marcy Hamilton, The Snitch Network, Child USA and potentially 100 Entertainment. Khalil Amani was not a total law-abiding citizen when he left the Yahweh cult from his own memoirs, and he has not been a civilian since the day he went against me in 2020, attacking my platform and forcing me to write agencies that have oversight of the United States Marshal Service.
So, clarity needed. That's what he wanted to use the fact. Look. He said, I want a citizen. Law abiding good for you?
I want everybody to know that Khalil Amani 100 knows that I told him that I was going to send information to the Donald J. Trump about his being an enemy combatant to the investigation of an international child sex trafficking ring and show how his political ties to the Democratic Party has him in the custody of the United States Marshal Service as a potential sleeper cell, and that he has interfered directly and participated in a major online racket with Hassan Campbell tied to real strategic lawsuits against public participation and a witness to Hassan Campbell's affiliate filing false police reports in Arkansas, but a host of other real crimes. Khalil Amani 100 has destroyed his entire legacy going against Israel doctrine in my YouTube streets, and he is going to go down in hip-hop history as the star witness that single-handedly took down the entire modern social influencers in the culture like the snitch and rat he has always been since the 1980s.
So it's your legacy versus my legacy, baby. I'm making hip-hop history. Somebody got to be there when it get ugly. Somebody got to be there when it get bloody. Somebody got to be there when it get super ugly. I'm going to be there. Will you still be there?
Khalil Amani 100 was not a total law-abiding citizen in the 1980s, and he is an enemy combatant in 2026 after he failed to report numerous crimes and even entertained a bribe for a movie deal from Saber Bay so that he would not have to be erased and given a fourth identity from the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the United States Marshal Service.
So that's my public service announcement. Whenever you ready to go to court, send the paperwork. P.O. Box 234, Parkin, Arkansas 72373. Ask Layla Wills. She got the address. She sent me the paperwork. Whenever y'all ready, I'm ready too. So calculate your risks. You calculated risk takers. With that said, love those that watch. I'll let y'all next time. Peace.